the status quo that I had always known was a total atheist community. Like I didn't know anyone really that was part of any kind of religion, or at least not in any kind of positive way. I grew up in quite like a chaotic environment as well, so an extremely disadvantaged area as well, so I felt quite hopeless for most of my like teenage life. I had no idea where I was going to go next or what I wanted to do, because the thing that had been my guiding light up until that point was gone, or had, yeah, it was gone, because I realized that it didn't make me feel the way that I wanted to feel. It didn't make me feel better. In fact, it actually made me feel worse towards the end. Almost nothing other than walking and thinking. And it was during this time that I finally got to the point where I was ready to actually accept Islam, and I knew that this was now the thing that everywhere that I had failed to find the fulfillment before, I finally could see that this was the way that I would find that, or at least I hoped. I don't think I had the courage to hope very strongly. It wasn't like I had this very strong vision of like, I'm going to feel amazing after this, but I think I felt compelled. And so I was having coffee with that very special friend I mentioned earlier, and I sort of mentioned it to her like in the middle of conversation, like, yeah, I think that like I want to revert. And then I was like super casual about it, like I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of thinking that. And then her reaction was so big and so beautiful. And then I think when I saw her reaction, that's when I felt the intensity and the gravity of the decision. And because she already had this special thing in her life, she already had faith in her life, I think that's what made her reaction so big and so beautiful, and so emotional, was because she knew what I was accepting into my life. Whereas like I didn't know that feeling, so I was kind of like, yeah, I think this is what I want to do, but I don't know. And then so her reaction made me feel like more excited and more nervous. And anyway, she kind of she said like, leave it with me, I'm gonna arrange everything. And alhamdulillah, she arranged everything. And again, that's the thing, the day that I actually reverted, I'll talk about that in a different video. Long story short, I went through the process. I mean, it's a very simple process. You basically just need to say the Shahada. You could do it right now if you wanted to, just alone in your room. I wanted to make more like a ceremony of it, just because I'm that kind of person. I do like a little bit of a fanfare, not fanfare, but like I like a bit of ceremony. That was December of 2023. So I have been Muslim for a year now. Genuinely brings me peace. It's such a beautiful religion. There's so many things about the religion that I want to talk about that I enjoyed so much, or that I continue to enjoy so much. I think of all the aspects of Islam that I love, I think the one that is the most meaningful to me and brings me the most fulfillment is that like direct connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because when you get on your prayer mat for any one of your prayers, so you're talking directly, and actually like I can talk with him at any time of the day, and that makes me feel really happy and really peaceful inside. And some of the other things that I love are the community. So the ummah, I find when I visit Muslim countries, the reception is just so beautiful. And people always say like, oh, are you Muslim? Because they're not sure. And I say yes. And they're always just like, alhamdulillah, mashallah. And I think that's just so beautiful. Obviously in the West, the media represents Islam in a horrific light. I can say that being part of it has been the most peaceful and beautiful thing that I've ever done in my life.